Joined now, and I'm terribly excited to say this, by former NASA astronaut Brian Duffy. What a pleasure it is to meet you, Brian.
Good morning. Such a pleasure to be here.
Welcome to the UK. You're here all week, I believe.
Thank you.
It is interesting, before we talk about everything that you've been through, it's interesting listening to the idea of two normal people as such heading around them. And what do you make of all of that?
I'd like to be one of them.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Given the chance, I'd certainly go again.
Yeah, I mean, people are really fascinated by it, isn't it? And I guess it's in the age of social media and everything else.
Right.
We have some wonderful shots from Peake and various other astronauts. It is an incredible experience. And you, as you say, would go back in the morning.
I'd go back in a heartbeat, yeah. The experience is just out of this world.
Literally. Well,
yes.
like, you flew aboard 4 space shuttle missions.
Correct. My first mission in flying the space shuttle Atlantis, which is fortunately we have a model of.
Absolutely. This is what it looked like.
And that's a great model, but if you want to see it for real, you can, because it's at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex in Florida, on display there, and you can get up close and personal with it, and you can see that it was really a workhorse. And you might be fortunate enough to catch a rocket launch and watch a rocket launch, because there are going to be more than 30 launches just this year in 2017.
Yeah, that's extraordinary. Actually, I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I'll have to organise that at some point. Bring my dad, who would also love it too.
I tell you what, I'll meet you there for lunch.
Thank you. Well, that is quite a date. I'm in.
There's an astronaut there every day, and people are able to have lunch with an astronaut there, and they can have their picture taken and ask questions. So it's a great experience. I highly recommend it.
Another thing I found really, really interesting was you believe that you had the best night's sleep ever up in space.
I sure did, yes.
Well, I can't even begin to imagine why, really.
Well, when you're sleeping, you're floating still, right? And you have no pressure points. You're just completely relaxed. And we get in a sleeping bag and we anchor it down so that you don't float around and bump into things and wake up. And I used to sleep on the ceiling just because I could.
Because you could, absolutely. Well, as you say, everything has to either be sort of hammered down or Velcroed down.
Velcroed down.
Which is, so you're living in a world of Velcro up there, obviously, even things like brushing your teeth and toothpaste and all of those sorts of things.
Everything has a piece of Velcro in it, so you can anchor it, yes.
That's just extraordinary, isn't it? And so, listening to Peake wanting to go back up to the International Space, you get that. You see why you'd encourage every little child, every little boy and girl out there, if you want to do it, you can do this.
Absolutely. I was inspired as a child by watching the other astronauts. And I know if I had ever had a chance to meet an astronaut, I would remember that the rest of my life. And so, you know, I would hope that anybody that visited the Kennedy Center in Florida would bring their children there, and maybe, you never know, you might be creating the next astronaut.
Absolutely. Well, look, it's so lovely to meet you, Brian. I just have to very quickly show you this. This is a potatoes au gratin. Doesn't look quite as tasty as it. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It just doesn't look it. It kept you ticking over, though.
Yeah, when it's fully prepared, you'd love it.
Really?
Yeah,
okay,
yes.
I'll take your word on that. Thank you so much, Brian. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Christine.
Thank you so much.